Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our session once again. We're going to continue our discussion on R Markdown. And last time we learned how to generate an R Markdown file and knit the file. But we did do knit the file, right? May I have your confirmation, please? Yes or no, please? If you use this, knit. Okay, good. Okay. So what we did last time was to just open uh, just open a new R Markdown here. I'll open a new R Markdown. I won't anymore give the title, okay? And then okay. And this is how a new R Markdown looks like. We said that this is totally different from an R script. Okay, an R script does not look like this. An R script will have an empty script. Anything that you run here, a code that you run, a mathematical operation will be replicated sa console, and the result will be in the console. And that makes it that makes it really less flexible, because here in an R Markdown we learned that anything that we do here, including the mathematical operation, including plots, can be generated, can be printed, can be submitted as a standalone document by knitting it. So learning about knitting is very important, because in this subject you're going to generate reports, you're going to submit outputs, and I don't like just any type of output. Don't want you to be using Word, okay? Yung Word lang na nag-compose kayo, and then kinopy paste nyo lang from R yung results or from Excel, okay? I don't want that. I want that everything be in your R Markdown, whether it be the plot, whether it be a graph, whether it be a mathematical equation. I want it all to be here. So that's what we're going to learn today. Now, R presents itself as a very powerful, powerful tool by which you can create a document and then have the plots there, etc. Last time we know that if you use plot pressure, you have here in your R script the result of that plot, or summary cars or plot cars. We did that last time. There are other ways to present. However, for a simple R Markdown file, you have this very simple YAML. This is called your YAML class, yet another markup language. So you have the title here. You can, of course, change the name. You can change the title, the name, and this one tells us that the date is variable, which means that it will print the date when you knit the file. So if we knit this file on October 1, then the date that will be printed will be October 1, which makes it a lot more flexible. And you can print here, you can have an output of an HTML document, a PDF, a Word document. And then by way of review, we said that these ones are called code chunks. Code chunks, what's the shortcut in creating a code chunk, class? Anyone, please? What's the shortcut to create this?
Control-Alt+I.
Yes, correct. Thank you. Control-Alt-I. For Mac, it's Command-Option-I. Okay, so you don't have to type backticks, tapos R, ganyan. Okay, now this is very important, this one. So, I'm not sure if I discussed with you, but this acts as an index, especially if you have already so many code chunks. Okay, sometimes your paper, for example, in your cases, you might have hundreds of code chunks, and you would want to look at a particular code chunk. So you have to maintain a good naming convention. How do you name a particular code chunk? And the code chunks can be found here, there. Chunk 2, chunk 3, chunk 1, and you can easily access a particular chunk by clicking this. It moves to chunk 3. Or if I want to go to the first one, setup, that's a setup. And you have to learn what this means. Include is equal to false, include is equal to true, echo is equal to false, echo is equal to true, plus a host of others. Marami class, maraming pwede tayong idagdag dito. Hindi lang to parang it's not only a decoration where you put R, setup, And by the way, do you have to put R? Yes, it's important to put R because, as I said last time, R Studio can be used in order to create Python. So if you're creating Python, ang ilalagay mo na dito Python, hindi na R. So that's why this makes it really very flexible. So that's why the name was changed from R Studio to POSIT. Okay, but still many use the term R Studio. All right. So let me ask you first, do you have, let me have an example. Let's have an example of a knitted R markdown file. Okay. So go here, class, and then type tufte. Okay, type tufte. Type tufte there. Okay. May I have your confirmation, class? Once you type in packages tufte, do you have that? Paki-chat naman please. Kindly chat in your chat box if you have tufte in your packages. Okay, go. Good. No, no. Yeah, I would have guessed that even if you used if you used in your other subject R before, no? I'm sure no pa rin. Kasi yes. Thea, bakit ka may yes? Ginamit mo ba to yung tufte? Jerry Lane? Ha?
Sir, I just downloaded it po sa
And-
packages.
And just now?
No po, sir. Like,
But have you
yung
used it before?
no po, sir.
Ha?
I'm just, my sister used it po kasi, so
Okay,
I
sige.
think
So,
that's why meron po.
for some of you, you might have tufte because maybe another person downloaded it, but maybe you haven't used this before. So let's make use of this. So for those of you who don't have tufte, let's learn how to load a package. There are several ways to learn to load a package. As you know, a package is it's a software also. It's a list. These are functions. Okay, these are codes that you can use when you're using R. Okay, so there are packages that are written for R users. There are also packages written for Python. Kunyari, NumPy, PyCharm. These are packages that are written for Python. For R, you have also packages that are written for it. So to install a package in R, let me first clear this, yung console there, para empty siya. How do you install a package in R? You go here. There are many ways here. Packages and then install. Packages install. And you see here, install from repository CRAN. So if a particular package is already archived in CRAN, then you can access it. Okay. Ang CRAN parang directory yan, parang library yan. So let's type tufte, and you can see here, tufte, meron nga, no? Nasa CRAN siya. Pero meron din isa, tufter handout. But let's just choose tufte. Of course, you can choose several packages at the same time. And then here, install dependencies. What does this mean? Sometimes a particular package needs another package in order for it to run. Okay, so it's important to also click this para ma-install din yung mga packages na yan. Okay, so please click this install and tell me what happens. Lumabas na ba si tufte dito? Okay, please answer. I'm sure I'll get a yes. Yes or yes, please. Good. Yeah, good. Good. Thank you. And for those of you who followed along, you'll notice here that ang nakalagay dito, install that packages, open parenthesis, quotes, tufte, close quotes, and close parenthesis. Okay, that's the code for installing a package. So you can just type install that packages. You can type it here, or you can type it here in your code chunk. Pwede rin dito, inside the code chunk, for example, install that packages. Okay, Tufte. Yan. And then if you run this class, if I run this, control enter. Yan, tingnan nyo, lumabas dito. Okay? Lumabas dito, install that packages, Tufte. So, hindi na siya nag-ano kasi may Tufte na tayo, no? Okay. All right. So once you have it, class, i-delete ko na muna to. Okay. Does that mean that you can already use Tufte? Not yet. Because you have to load Tufte. If you install Tufte, you only install a package once unless you are going to update it. So pag na-install mo na, tapos hindi mo naman siya i-update, wag mo na i-install ulit. Okay? Kasi andiyan na yan sa library mo, no? But you cannot use Tufte yet kasi hindi pa siya naka-library. So how do you make it available for use when you're working with R? Click this, and you can see the code library. Another name for this is require Tufte. Notice yung library, walang quotes dito, no? Walang quotes dun sa Tufte. Yung install that packages lang yung may quotes. Okay. So now we can now use the functions of Tufte. Let's see if I click Tufte, this one, pupunta yan sa help, no? Yan, help. So sa help, you can go to the description, what this is all about, and then you can, let's look at description. Yeah. So this is a package. It's Tufte style for R Markdown documents. The version is 0.14.0. It provides R Markdown outputs, no, to use for Tufte styles. If you Google Tufte, class, kilala siya, no? He's a well-known person for graphics and data visualization. Maraming plots siya na ginawa, very interesting. But I'll leave that to you, class, because he's a very interesting person. Marami siya mga graphs na plots na ginawa na which are maybe at this time masasabi natin na masyadong too much naman, pero marami siyang maganda na work, no? So let me go back here. Let me go back to packages. Okay, Tufte again. And you can see here the different functions. These are the functions. Ito yung mga pwede natin magamit sa kanya when you're using Tufte. For example, Tufte HTML. If I click this, okay, it will show you yan, Tufte handout, Tufte book. So this is the syntax. This is the code. Okay, and then you can use this. Pwede nyo siyang gamitin. Pwede nyo siyang i-try, no? May details dito. Okay. For our purposes, ito, library Tufte. Okay. Now, let's create now a Tufte document. Subukan natin, class. You go to File, New File, and let's open a new R Markdown file. R script, R Markdown. Okay. Huwag natin muna lagyan ng title. How do you create a Tufte handout? Dito, class, from template. So, dito wala, HTML lang to, no? Dito from template, a while ago, wala pa yung Tufte sa inyo, ito. Ngayon, since you already installed the package and required it, mag-a-appear na to. When, a while ago, when wala pang Tufte package, as I was saying, you will not see this. Now that you have installed it and loaded it, okay, you can use this Tufte handout, click natin, pwede pang Tufte handout in Chinese, then okay. All right, then it creates now a new R Markdown file, which is quite different from the regular R Markdown. May question dito. Ano yung question mo? Sorry, Janine, lang. Di ba ang Tufte package siya? Okay. Packages. Yan, no? Di ba? Packages. Tapos install Tufte. Tapos sinabi ko, ano ba yung package? Packages are commands, no? They are commands. They are a set of commands that you can use in R. Di ba? Inopen pa nga natin ito, Tufte. So si Tufte na package, tao din yan, tao din. Siya din yung author ng mga many graphic visualizations. So I'm not sure if he was the one who wrote this. Pero i-click natin to. Okay, click ko si Tufte. Sabi ko nga, di ba, check nyo na lang yung tao. He's a person, no? Cancel ko. Okay, here. May Tufte na kasi ako. Yan, no? Yan. Ayan, so this is the package. Ano to? Ito yung mga commands na pwede natin magamit. Di ba, clinic ko pa nga to. Yan, Tufte, HTML. Yan, ito yung code. Pwede nyo gamitin yung code na to. Okay? Kasi sinasabi niya ano yung figure width, etc. So there are konti lang yung codes na, no? Konti lang yung codes niya. Let me give an example kasi mukhang na-confuse kayo dun sa Tufte. Check nyo nga ito, class. Check nyo. Check nyo to. I-type nyo nga dito, ggplot2. ggplot2. Para maliwanag sa atin kung ano yung Tufte, ano yung ggplot2, more on explaining what a package is. Again, class, a package is a set of commands, okay? Mga functions. Kunyari, kukunin mo yung gagamitin mo yung magre-regression ka. There's a function called LM, okay? So, yung LM na yan, code yan. Pag ginamit mo yung LM, linear model, makakapag-generate ka ng linear regression na output. Okay? So, tingnan niya, class, si ggplot2. Meron ba kayong ggplot2 sa packages nyo? Paki-answer nga ng yes or no. Janine, na-answer na ba yung question mo? Janine? Janine?
Yes po, sir. Thank you po.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you for that question, no? Thank you. So, may ggplot2 ba kayo? Pakisagot nga, class. Let's just use I use ggplot2 kasi si ggplot2, ano din to, very powerful package yan on data visualization, on plotting. Okay? If none, class, you know what to do, class. Install, then type ggplot2, and then install. Then you'll see here, install that packages. Or you can use install that packages and then ggplot2. And then when you do that, lalabas na si ggplot2 dito. Okay? And then I click this class. Tingnan nyo si ggplot2. Tingnan nyo yung class. Look at the number of codes that you can use with ggplot2. Yan. So ano yung mga yan? Okay, ano yung mga yan? These are codes that you can use when plotting. So, magagamit nyo siya. Of course, you have to follow yung syntax kung paano. No? So si ggplot2 na lang, kadami-dami na kagad ng functions na pwede natin magamit. Okay, AES for example stands for aesthetics, mappings. Pag nagpa-plot tayo, kailangan natin yan. Okay, so back here, class, sa packages, you cannot use ggplot2 class unless, although na-install nyo na siya, kailangan i-library nyo. If I click this, okay, in my case, class, hindi ko na kailangan i-click, no? Kasi kanina na-load ko na to eh. But if you click this, lalabas library, i-unclick ko, class, ha? Pag in-unclick ko, class, ang code na yan, detach package, unload is equal to true. That means hindi na available yung, as of now, hindi available yung ggplot2. I cannot use the functions. I cannot use AES kasi dinetach na. Okay, if I click this, click, yan, ggplot2. Yan, library, ggplot2. Okay, so magagamit na natin yung mga functions, functionalities ni ggplot2. Alright, so let's go back, class, to this one. Ito, you can see here that output is, so you can have here 3 outputs. Pwedeng, notice ito, class, Tufte, and then colon, Tufte HTML. Ang ibig sabihin lang nito, class, itong Tufte HTML na to, na function, galing yan sa package na Tuesday. Okay, we'll meet this as we go along. Gagamitin natin yung gantong system na nag-create tayo ng double colon. Okay, para malaman nyo lang, ibig sabihin lang yan, class, na yung the word to the left of this double colon is the package. This is the code. This is the function. So Tuesday handout. So pwedeng tanggalin yan, class. It won't matter. It won't matter kasi naka-install naman si Tuesday. So this is okay. Pwede yan, no? Tuesday HTML colon. Pwede yan, class. Kasi understood naman na si Tuesday HTML, it comes from the Tuesday package. Alright, then, ano pa? Tingnan nyo, class, may bibliography dito. And then link citations. Tapos, dito sa body ng ano, ayan, no? Makikita nyo, class? Yan, may code chunk tayo. Include is equal to false. Nag-library siya dito. Library Tuesday. Again, we studied last time, anong ibig sabihin include is equal to false. This will run, okay? I-run to, kaso hindi ipapakita yung output, hindi rin ipapakita yung code. So you'll not see this, when you knit the file, you'll not see this, itong code chunk na to. And then here, okay, you notice that may mga asterisk. Yung dalawang asterisk, ibig sabihin niya naka-bold. Pag isa lang yan, class, yan, pag isa lang, no? Itals yan. Itals. Okay? Dalawa. Ibalik ko lang sa dalawa. Ito dalawa. Naka-bold yung font niyan. Okay. Tapos tingnan nyo, may mga ito website. Pwede nyo ipapakita kung saan galing, no? Yung website, may particular website. And then you notice may backticks pa dito. And then madali yung tingnan yan, class. Pag ninit na natin, ano nangyari dito? What was the result? Itong Tuesday handout. Anong mangyari pag may backticks kang dalawang ganyan? And then, ito, no? Ito yung laman ng ano. This is, for example, what I want you to do with in your paper, no? Yung paper nyo, may code kayo, kunyari may code kayo ng kukunin yung descriptive statistics. So, pwedeng ipalabas yung plot, yung summary, pero class, dapat ando dun din sa dapat may discussion kayo dun. Hindi pa pwede yung code lang na ganito, yung code na ganito, tapos kunyari walang include is equal to false, ibig sabihin yun, ipiprint din yung code. Ipiprint yung code, tapos ipiprint yung result, tapos wala na. Okay? You're running a code with the output because you would want to discuss what's inside that output. So, ganun lang principal, class, ha? Kasi may nakikita ako na may mga, there are some na nagbibigay ng outputs na hindi nila, they don't really understand kung ano ba yung pinaka-concept ng gagawa ng code at saka ipiprint yung output dito sa sa R Markdown file. It's for you to discuss it. Kasi case yung sa inyo eh. Diba? So dapat may discussion diyan. O kunyari may descriptive stat na plot o kay may plot or whatever, may results ng regression, kailangan i-discuss. Okay. Alright, so ito, class. Okay. Now, tingnan natin, class, kung ano yung gagawin itong file na to. Author J.J. Allaire and Yihu Xie. Okay, Tuesday handout example. So, ginawa nila itong file na to so that we can render this. So, knit natin. So, ito, notice na hindi ko pa na sinesave itong file na to. Pag ninit ko yan, tatanungin ako anong, isi-save niya muna yung file bago niya init. I think we discussed this last time. Okay, I'll go here. I'll delete this. Okay? Para makita natin. Diba dito sa rendering yan, ha? I-remove ko muna to. Okay. Dito, class, magre-render yan. So, knit muna natin, knit to, take note, tatlo, no? Tuesday HTML, handout, and So, dito muna tayo sa Tuesday HTML. There. And tatanungin tayo, please, anong file? And notice, class, it will save it in the project that we created. So make sure you're in the same project. Okay? So dapat nasa project kayo na create nyo, ha. Ako alam ko kasi ito, no, yung title dito, Finlit course. Tapos dito, ayan, no. Andito yung location niya, new course outline Finlit course. Ito yung project na ginawa ko. And I saved it under, dito sa new course outline. Tapos here also, sa files ko makikita yan here. Okay, i-close ko muna to. And then files, yan, class. Remember, we created a folder. So, nag-create ako ng folder. Tapos, dun ko create yung directory, yung project ko, Finlit's course. Okay? And you can see here that, ayan class, oh. Ito yung create ko na project, Finlit's course.rproj. And this is very powerful because I'm not worried at all kung hindi ko na-save. Kasi pag na-close ko yan, ando dun pa rin yan, no? Automatically, nakasave pa rin siya automatically. Hindi mawawala kahit hindi ko pa siya sinasave. Okay, ito class, let's knit this. So how do we knit this? Knit. There. Knit to Tufte HTML. Okay, knit nyo class. Okay, tatanungin nyo naman ako, ano yung file name? Anong file name gagamitin ko? I'll call it Tufte1 na lang. No? You may name it any way you want. Tufte1. Okay. Tufte1. Meron na yata akong Tufte1. So, I'll just name it Tufte100 para maiba yung file. Okay, save. Okay, then after nag-save siya, magre-render siya dito automatically. Kasi pinapanit ko ano, di ba? Render here. Nagre-render siya. So, ipapakita niya yung progress. Okay. Now, in the course of your doing your case study, of your output, sometimes magkakaroon dyan ng message na na execution halted. So, what you can do is to research kung bakit kaya pwede yung i-google yon, i-copy nyo yung error, tapos i-research nyo kung bakit nagkaka-error. Ayan. Pag nag-site proc na yan, okay na yan. Yan. So, automatically class, tingnan nyo. This is the HTML file from this RMD file created by JJ Allaire and Shi. An implementation of R Markdown. Tingnan nyo. No? Ito yung, okay. Let me just move this a bit. Hirap. Okay, anyway. What's good about a Tufte HTML class is that, tingnan nyo, pwede kang gumawa ng mga side comments or side remarks. Meron pang side plot dito. Okay. So, it's, imagine doing this in R. Paano mo gagawa sa R yan? May box ka dito, tapos may another box ka dito, tapos tatanggalin mo lang yung borders. Mahirap sa R to, mahirap sa Word pala. I was meaning to say Word. Okay. And then you can see here, tingnan nyo to ito, yung Tufte na to, no? Yung HTML _ CSS na to. How was that written? Okay, tingnan natin. So, HTML/CSS, tingnan natin. Okay, tingnan yung class, no? Merong ano dito, no? May caret, no? Caret. Tapos what you can do is to take a look at how, kunyari itong HTTPS, itong R Markdown na to. Ano yung naging result niya? Yung dalawang asterisk na ganyan. R Markdown. Yan, tingnan nyo class, di ba? Naka-bold. Yan. Naka-bold siya. Tapos, ano yung underline na to? Tufte package. As in, Tufte package dito. Here class, no? Here class. Si underline, okay? Naka-bold siya. Tapos, naka-bracket siya. Yung pareho. So, yung underline ganito class. Naka-brackets. Open and close brackets. Yan. Okay, so it's easy actually to understand ano kaya yung ano kayang ginagawa nitong backticks na to. Tingnan natin tong Tufte handout, Tufte book, Tufte HTML. What was the result in the rendering? Okay, tingnan nyo class, no? Naka-backticks So it's a special type of font, no? Hindi siya yung regular font. Tuesday handout, naka-backticks kasi siya. Tapos Tuesday book, and then Tuesday HTML. Ano pa kung pakita? Yan. Yan class, no? It's a different type of fonting. So, ganun din to, yung R Markdown, render. Okay? So, many things that you could learn from this just by looking at this, no? Tingnan nyo kung ano ginagawa nitong, ito alam na natin. Ano lang yan, yung ibang klaseng ano. How about this class? Ito. Tingnan nyo ito yung code nito. R, ang pangalan niya, fig margin. Ito class. Fig margin is equal to true. Fig cap, MPG versus horsepower. Colored by transmission, open and close. Width 3.5, height 3.5, cache is equal to true, message is equal to false. Okay, so tingnan natin to. How did this result, class? Here. Yeah. Where is that plot? Ito class, oh, tingnan nyo. Diba? Ito yun. Tingnan nyo, may caption siya. Kasi fig that caption is equal to true. May caption dapat talaga. No? Right? Tapos ito legend yan. Kaya pinat nyo may legend kasi meron dito, legend that position is equal to bottom. So this is ggplot2 class. This plot was generated by the very powerful package called ggplot2. Okay? All right. And so on, class, I leave you class to learn. Okay, ito, may side ano din to, ano? Itong for the sake of popularity. Okay, paano na-generate to? If you take a look at this, dito sa RMD file, ayan. Asan na yan? Asan yan for the sake of clarity? Asan yung statement na yan? Library course, ito yun kanina. Hindi ko makita. Fundamental theorem of calculus. Okay. For the sake of, ito to, class. For the sake of, portability pala between latex and, not clarity. For the sake of portability. So, andi dito yung text. Tapos ito, tingnan nyo. May equation dito. Okay. So, paano nangyari yun? Here. Ito yung text. Tapos ito. Yan. Ito class, margin figure. Okay, so gumamit siya ng code na to, ng pangalan to margin figure. Tapos ito yung text. We know from the first fundamental theorem of calculus that for x in A, ito, this is fraction, d over dx. Tingnan nyo kung paano ginawa yung fraction, ano? Frac. This is for fraction. This is the numerator, this is the denominator. Okay? Tapos my left. Tapos my right. Okay? So, anyway, ito yung pag medyo nagmamat kayo, okay? Very helpful yung ganyang codes kasi ang magiging result niyan, ito, no? Integral siya. Yan. Integral. Ito yung left, ito yung right. Okay, you can write this. Mahirap tong gawin sa whether sa definitely sa Excel, ang hirap nito, yung ganito. Sa Word, mahirap din, and even in PowerPoint. So, kita nyo talagang just with the use of LaTeX and with the use of RMD, you're able to generate wonderful plots and wonderful documents. Okay, ito, tables, no? You can create a table. So yan, expected ko kunyari sa ano yan, sa mga output kasi may mga tables kayo i-generate plus plots. Okay? And then take note here, may plots pero din-discuss. Ito pinakita niya yung code. Although kahit hindi mo na ipakita, pwede rin. Tapos, pero dapat may discussion. Okay? Kasi yung reader, dapat, the reader might not have access to your code, pero dapat, i-discuss yung kung ano yung, dapat stand-alone yung paper nyo. Just by reading it, alam niya kung ano nangyayari. Okay? So I leave you class to sorry, to study this more. And of course, you can search the net. Marami pang examples ng TUFTE. Marami pang examples sa ibang R Markdown file. Okay, now let's go now to our yung gagawin natin. No? Okay, I want you now to open a new RMD file. Okay, please open file and then new file. Open tayo ng bago. New file, R Markdown. Huwag nyo nilagyan ng title. Okay, document ang gagamitin natin. Don't change anymore anything. Okay, then you'll have this, di ba? Yan, you'll have this. Yung usual na R Markdown. Okay, ang gagawin natin ngayon, please, i-delete nyo to, no? Kindly delete this, and then we're going to discuss something. Kasi we're going to learn how to modify your YAML so that pagdating sa pag-render nyo na siya, yung mga dapat na nakikita, okay, makikita. Question lang class, did we learn Zotero last time? Paki-ano nga please? Zotero. Zotero, did we discuss it last time? Yung APA? No? Okay, no. Okay, Matt. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So, our RMD class, tapos tanggalin nyo na yung contents. Now, I'm going to share with you. Tanggalin ko na to, ha? Ano ba to? Okay, tanggalin ko na to. Okay. Don't save na lang to. Okay, here. Okay, take a look at this class. I created an RMD file, tapos, minodify ko yung yung YAML. Hindi pa nga kompleto to eh. But at least, this could be a good example. Now, what I'm doing here is that our first lesson is time series analysis. Okay? Time series analysis. Tapos, itong text na to class, time series analysis to. So parang we're killing two birds with one stone. Andito na yung discussion ng time series analysis. I'll provide you with this copy. And then, of course, your assignment is to read the text. Kasi yun na yung next lesson natin. No? Okay, intindihin yung codes, tapos intindihin nyo kung ano nangyayari sa code na to. And at the same time, pwedeng ma-render tong file na to. Pwedeng ma-knit. You can knit it as an HTML file, save it, and then, or a PDF file. Tapos, i-load nyo sa, sa mobile phone, then anywhere you are, kung bago mag-Tuesday, you can read the text. By the way, class, Tuesday, I'm not yet sure kung makaka-ano ko ng no? I'll tell you on Monday kasi I'm really not feeling that well pa rin. No? My arms are still very sore. Hopefully, medyo gumana na siya, pero I'm still having difficulty. Okay, so, tingnan nyo class. Title, Introduction to Time Series. Subtitle, a foundational chapter with our applications. Author, okay, I'll give this to you. Itong portion lang na to, palitan nyo lang yung pangalan mamaya. And then ito yung yung date, comma, then I define the date to be percentage Y dash percentage M dash percentage D. Ibig sabihin, ito yung format ng year, month, and day. So pag print to, ang lalabas na date 2025, kunyari ngayon, dash 9 dash 5. Okay, so that's how you write that format. Okay, of course yung format, open parenthesis, and then sa dulo dito, close parenthesis, and then close the backticks, and then close the hashtag, the quotes. And syntax yan, kailangan we follow that. Pwede rin tanggalin to, magdi-default lang yan sa month, day, year. Can remove this. Okay, ganyan lang. Tapos close nyo. Close parenthesis para i-close mo to. Tapos backticks, tapos quotes. So pwede rin yan. Alright, you notice now that there are, and isi-share ko muna na ito bago, hindi ko pa pala nasi-share. So a portion lang kasi hindi kaya lahat. No? Ito na muna, Control C. I'm going to paste it. Please copy it. Di ba tinanggal natin yung content ng RMD? Doon nyo i-save. Doon nyo i-paste. No? Alright, chat. Control V. Okay. And then the last one here. Ito, Control C. Control V. Okay. There. So you now have the whole YAML. Of course, pwede pang ano yan ha. Marami pang pwedeng gawin sa YAML. I'm just tinitingnan natin yung mga basics, yung mga importante sa atin. And of course, pag nag-submit kayo, tas dinadagdagan nyo ng ano, ng some features, of course, I'll take note of that and give you, of course, extra points for that. So, tingnan nyo to. Yung output natin, pag simple lang na ano, na RMD file, oh sorry, script window to. Saan ba yung sample na ano? Dito nyo pinaste ha, yung ano, RMD file. Okay, ito RMD file class. Tingnan nyo, output HTML. Ganun lang, no? Output HTML. Pero yung sa atin class, tingnan nyo, where's that? Nawala dito, output. Tingnan nyo class. Output, wala yung HTML dito. Why? Kasi dalawang output ang gagawin ko, no? HTML at saka PDF. I'm going to give also instructions on how the PDF should be printed or knitted. So, take note, yung HTML class, hindi dito nakalagay. Otherwise, mag-error. It has to be indented. Yan. May proper indentation. Tapos, yung anything under HTML, yung mga instructions yan, indented din. So, notice, number 1 dito, TOC. Ano yung ibig sabihin ng TOC? Table of contents. So, I'm telling R to please provide the table of contents. Saan magagaling yung table of contents? If you take a look at the outline, tingnan nyo to, no? Saan ang galing to? Galing yan, class, sa mga hashtags. Hindi ko pa binibigay yan. Tingnan nyo, here. Here, class. Hashtag, isa. Ibig sabihin, header number 1 yan. Under that, hashtag, dalawa. This one is now under the first hashtag. Okay, tapos, tingnan natin susunod. Ito, under pa rin, kahanay siya nitong, ano, what is time series. Under pa rin siya nito. And so on and so forth, class. Parang may hierarchy lang siya. Ito, components, no? Panibagong one hashtag. So, panibagong ano naman yan, main header. So, if you take a look at the outline here, when you put hashtags, class, dapat gagamitin mo lang siya for outlining, no? Huwag niyo siyang gagamitin just for any other thing. Kasi sayang yung outline. Okay, ito. Take a look. Yan, no? Intro to time series. Tapos, di ba, under that is what is time series, objectives, types of time series, notation. Tapos, susunod, components na. Yan. Isang hashtag din to. The good thing about this is that if I want to go here, autoregressive here, pupunta na siya dito, di ba? Parang ano siya, automatic scroll. Di ba? Makakapunta ka na dun sa any part of this. So you just have to manage how you write your text and how to use your yung mga hashtags nyo. Okay, tingnan nyo. May kailangan din tayong hashtag sa mga codes. Ito, take a look at this. Here, class, ito. Hashtag to. It's inside the code chunk. So okay lang yun, hindi siya part ng na outline. Ang ibig sabihin lang nito, class, itong plot the simulated time series, ibig sabihin you're commenting that this code is plotting the time series. Pag linagay mo dito yan, class, Control C, kunyari dito, Control V. Okay, magiging na yan, magiging outline na yan. And if you don't want, if your intention is not really this to become a main header, tingnan natin dito, no? Plot the mag-isa lang siya, plot the simulated. Si R masunurin ginawa mo siyang hashtag na nasa labas, sige, di gagawin ko siyang header number 1. Okay? Alright? So make sure, Control Z, na very particular yung gamit yun ng hashtag class kasi you can capitalize on that. Okay? Lalabas at lalabas yan dito, class, sa table of contents. Ito yung magiging table of contents yan, class, yung nasa outline, yung hashtags. Okay, so here, table of contents true. Table of contents depth 3. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Yung hashtag natin hanggang 3. Of course, you can put this up to 6. But for our example class, masyado ng malalim yun. So I'm just using as an example up to 3. But kung yung paper nyo, kailangan nyo gumamit ng 4 or 5, then so be it. Just make sure that you do it judiciously. No? Ito, class. Yes, Julio? Thank you for your question. Sige, ano
Sorry, sir. Yung sa akin, when I copy-pasted the code from the chat, nag-error siya nung ni-run ko po.
Oo, wala pa. Hindi pa
Okay.
natin mararan kasi wala pang content, no? YAML
Okay,
lang yan eh. Mag-error pa. Don't run it kasi class, hindi ko pa nabibigay yung content, no? Itong
Got it.
content na to, ibibigay ko, after the class, I'm going to post it sa Canvas. So make sure to go to Canvas and then get the contents, tapos i-paste nyo yung content na ibibigay ko sa inyo dun sa ano. In fact, I'm going to give maybe the full document na lang. Okay, so, and then you'll have to study it, look at this, kasi class, ito yung lesson natin, no? Ito na yung lesson natin. Okay? So, ano tayo, 2 birds with 1 stone. We're learning how to make use of R to create an output, HTML and a PDF. And also, we're learning the next lesson. Ito na yun, no? Ito na yung next lesson natin. Okay? So, sige. So, wala pa munang hindi nyo pa mararan yan. Kasi YAML pa lang yung binigay ko sa inyo. Alright, so let's go here, class. Float, number of sections, true. Number sections pala, not number of sections. Ang ibig sabihin nito, class, yung mga header natin, number siya. Okay? Pwede nyo gawing Roman numeral number 1, letter A, pero may additional na coding yon. For our purposes now, number sections muna true. So, ibig sabihin, Roman numeral number 1, tapos yung under sa kanya, 1.1, tapos under sa kanya, 1.1.1. Parang ganun yung magiging tatlong depth. 2, 2.1, 2.1.2, etc. Okay. Ano tong code folding na to, class? Ang ibig sabihin ng code folding, pwede niya ipakita yung code or pwedeng i-hide. So, pipili ka, class. Here, show. Okay? So, I'm saying show kasi ito i-require ko sa inyo, class, yung show para when you submit your paper, makikita ko yung code kahit na naka-include is equal to false siya. Makikita ko pa yung code. Okay. Figure caption true. Ibig sabihin yung mga figures dapat may caption siya sa ilalim. And then DF print page. Ibig sabihin pag print to dapat may mga pages siya. And then here, class, theme Cosmo. Ano tong theme Cosmo? We'll have to learn the term CSS, class. CSS stands for Cascading Styles Sheet. Ano yun? Ginagamit to sa web development. Ginagamit to sa pag nagpiprint ka, pag piniprint mo yung web, for example, yung mga font, yung mga design niya, dinadaan yan sa CSS. Okay? So the CSS describe the presentation of a document written in a markup language. Yung class, yung mga web, HTML yun, no, di ba? Hypertext Markup Language. So, kailangan yan ng CSS. Okay? How will kunyari, my website, how will this text look like? Anong font ang gagamitin sa kanya? Gaano kalaki? Doon dadaan sa yan sa CSS. Okay? Ang kailangan lang natin yung basic na CSS, no? Kasi hindi naman tayo gumagawa ng website dito. Pero kailangan lang natin, we would want our document to be presentable, to be neat, something we can be proud of. In fact, class, ito, sa mga sa mga subjects nyo, pwede kayong gumamit nito and come up with a very good printout. Makikita nyo, class, mabibighani yung teacher nyo or ano. Diba? Nakalimutan ko pa nga pala hingin sa inyo, no? Ano yung comment nyo nga pala, please? I always ask for this. What was your comment when we printed the toothpaste? Anong naging comment nyo? Anong naging reaction nung nakita nyo yung printout ng toothpaste? Paki-chat, please. I hope you're going to chat. What was your reaction? Come on, class. I just want to see. Ano yung naging automatic or yung yung immediate nyo na na reaction, yung nakita nyo siya. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Julio. Yeah, thank you. Very cool. Yeah. Hindi, talaga, I believe you. Very cool talaga. Organized, okay? Wow. Thank you. Horacio, thank you. Amazing. Yeah. Ganun din yung reaction ko, class. Years ago, decades ago, nung una ko nakita tong ano. Grabe, sabi ko, ang galing. Wag lang po mag-error. Yeah. O nga, pag mag-error naman, buti na lang may ano na tayo, may Google na tayo. I-copy nyo yung error tapos you have to do some digging. Yeah. Yeah, galing. Yeah, that's true. And you know, astig, no? Thank you, Jerry Lynn. Naisip ko baka pwede na po siya gamitin para mapadali yung yeah, of course. You know, I advise sa thesis. Ito yung binaano ko sa kanila. Thank you, Tonyo. Ito yung requirement ko sa kanila. Kailangan mag-R markdown tayo, ha? So, hindi na kayo kailangan pumunta sa Excel. Later on, makikita nyo na lahat ng kayang gawin ng Excel, kayang gawin ni R. So, you don't have to use Excel to, let's say, to clean your data, to get statistics, to do regression. Mas powerful pa si R, class. Ay, walang ggplot to sa Excel. Evolution po in Excel. Yeah. That's correct. Evolution. Of course naman, Notepad. Malayong-malayo talaga. Okay, anyway, thank you for your comments. Ganun din sa ibang section. Ganun din. Wow, ganun din. Wow, cool. Galing. Ganun yung mga comments sila. Okay, so balik tayo dito, no? Cosmo class. Cosmo, theme Cosmo. Default siya na ano, ng mga CSS. I'll just show you something. Hindi ko muna ibibigay ito. No? Ito. So, later on, ipopost ko na rin to, class. Ito yung example ng CSS. So, I save this in a text file din. Tingnan nyo, class. Ayan. Ano to, class? /*styles.css. Ganito yung syntax niya. Dapat susundin to. Tapos number 1, main title. Ito yung H1. Header 1 to, di ba? Title in YAML header. So, ano daw? Yan, ibibigay mo yung font size, oh. Yung color, pwede mong ibigay. Align, center, margin, may margin sa bottom kasi baka may may subtitle. You notice, class? Pwede natin i-tweak, no? Pwede natin i-tweak. Pwede nyo i-manipulate kung how your knitted file will look like. That's the good thing about this one. Okay, may mga section headers, no? Ito yung H1 in the YAML. Tapos ito naman H1 in the body. Okay? Subsection header 2, subsection header 3. Tapos yung mga body and text, yung height nila, okay? Ito yung font, etc. Paragraph spacing, etc. So you can control that. Okay, ito class, codes for colors yan. Okay, madali lang intindihin yan. Well, marami kasing colors, no? And you can, may pangalan siya. Ano ba yung pangalan niya? Hindi naman yung RGB number yan, eh. So, there are different ways to specify. Yung mga alam kasi lang kasi ng mostly red, green, blue, aqua, red, green, hindi ganun. There are thousands and hundreds of thousands of colors and they can be identified by this one, by color palette. Makakaano yung color palette? Yes, yeah, you're correct, Lara, thank you. Hex code siya. And 6 numbers yan, 1, 2, 3, F8F, 9FA. Yeah, thank you, Lara. They are hex codes. Tapos may yung symbol na yan, it represents a particular color. Okay? All right. So yung figures andyan, figure caption. So you can control table of contents siya, no? You can control everything. Okay? So parang at your disposal na anong gusto kong gagawin sa title, sa subtitle, sa author, sa date, anong gagawin ko, no? Ayan, class. That's called your CSS. And what does CSS stand for? Cascading Style Sheets. And you can create that. Pwede ikaw yung gumawa niyan, no? Okay? And then, just follow the syntax correctly. Kasi pag may error dyan, then mag-error din si Art. Hahanapin mo na lang kung saan yung error doon. Just have to follow. Yeah. Thank you, Thea. Yeah. Cascading Style Sheets. Ito, no? Nakalagay dito. Yung CSS. Alright, then, ito, no? So, andyan yung theme, si Cosmo, which is a pre-built CSS, pero basic lang siya. Tapos ito, naglagay pa ako ng styles.css. Ito in particular, ito yun. Okay? So, paano ko ginawa ito? Nag-text lang ako, nag-create ako ng text file. Ito yan, class. File, new file, tapos text file. Yan. Ito yung text file class. So you can do it here, or you can do it in Word first, and then copy it here. It's really up to you kung saan mo gustong gawin, pero dapat ipapasok mo siya. Tapos isi-save mo dapat dun sa project folder. Okay? So far, class, clear? Clear ba yung mga sinasabi ko? So far, paano naman please? Pa-feedback. Again, class, when you comment, paki-comment na lang sa lahat. Kasi pag nagko-comment kayo sa akin lang ng diretso, I'll need to go out of your PM, no? Para pumunta ulit sa ano. Thank you so much. That's good. All right. So, yan yung CSS natin. Tapos ito naman, PDF document. Again, yung output natin sa HTML, dapat kahanay si PDF. Okay? Pag nagkamali ka dyan, kunyari si PDF mo nakaganito, mag-error ka na. No? So, dapat tab. Pag nakaganyan naman, error din yan. So, hindi magre-render yan. So, very strict sa sa spacing. So, you just have to review also your YAML. Okay, table of contents, true na naman. Depth, 3. Number of sections, true pa rin. So, dito naman yung pang PDF, no? And then, meron tayo dito, keep tech. Okay, and then, dev, sa sa graphics, no? I'll not discuss that now. Then here, class, ito, importante sa atin to, bibliography. Okay, did I discuss BibTech last time, please? Na-discuss ko ba si BibTech? Chat, yes or no, please? BibTech, na-discuss ko ba? BibTech. Okay, good. Sige. All right. Kailangan natin, class, we need to create the list of references. So, para as an example lang, kunyari may journal kayo. Or, let's say, meron kayong reference na book or journal or whatever, then let's have an example. Google natin si Google Scholar, class. Google Scholar. Google, para makakuha tayong examples. Google Scholar. Ayan. Click natin to, Google Scholar. Okay. Then, Google Scholar, class, mga mga journal articles, mga books, okay? Then let's say, kasi ang subject natin, time series, no? Time series, kunyari, time series, yan, with applications, ilagay natin to. Okay, then you'll have a list of books here. List of references, yan. Okay, marami yan, no? Maraming references on time series. Okay, so, the first one is a book here. Kunin lang natin to as an example. Suppose, let's say, you're referencing this book sa sa text mo, nag-quote ka sa kanya. Remember when you quote something from a reference, from a book or from a journal, integrity dictates that you have to cite that person, cite the reference. Okay? Kasi hindi naman nanggaling sa iyo yung idea na yun. So how do we write sa bibliography natin? So we go here, class, cite. Okay, tingnan nyo cite. Bilis ng oras. Cite, and then you have here several options. Cite, MLA, APA, Chicago, Harvard, Vancouver. There are different ways to write your bibliography. Ang ginagamit natin APA. Pero dito sa YAML natin, hindi natin muna ilalagay ito, no? Ang ilalagay natin, class, itong BibTech. Click nyo to, class. Click nyo. BibTech. Okay. Now take a look at this. Ito, class, yung kailangan natin. So, i-copy nyo to, yung BibTech na to, copy, Control-C, and then go to your R, okay, and then create, okay, text ba to? Ito, text to, no? Text. Mag-open kayo ng text file, tapos i-paste nyo doon, Control-V. Yan. Okay, so this is the BibTech format for this book. Ang title ng book na to, Time Series Analysis with Applications in R. Author is Cryer, year 2008, publisher is Springer. Tapos ito, very important to. This is your ID. Kasi later on sa text class, if you're going to already refer to this, ang gagawin nyo, i-copy nyo to, Control-C, kunyari sa isang paragraph, no? Okay, let me just give an example. Ito, sa output. Tingnan nyo to. Class ito. Ito class. Okay? Ito class iyon, no? Chai 2010. Mamaya ibibigay ko yan. So reference to, no? Ito class yung ID niya, Chai 2010. Tapos lalagyan ko ng at. Okay? Now, ito class, pag print natin to, lalabas na sa bibliography yan. So what do you need? You need to have the bibtech. Okay? Ito, importante to. Yan. Tapos, isasama mo ampersand at prior time. Tapos, dun mo siya ilalagay kung saan mo rin i-refer. Kunyari, anywhere here. Kunyari ito yung sinasite mo, itong statement na yan. Ilalagay mong ganyan, no? Sorry. So, dapat ito, merong, mali. At prior. Ayan, class. So, if you do this, yan, if you do this, at this portion, okay, lalabas to. Okay, lalabas yung sino yan, Crier, yung APA format, Crier 2008, yung APA format, no? Tapos sa ilalim, sa bibliography, lalabas din siya. So that's how you do it. Okay, tanggalin ko lang. All right. So, I'm going to give you, may ginawa akong isang sample. Okay? So ito mga list ng in the interest of time kasi alam niyo naman kumuha ng bibtech. Okay? You can easily, and there are sites na pwede i-convert yung, kunyari nakuha nyo, APA, pwede i-convert yung to bibtech. It will convert it into this one, yung reference na inaano nyo. Kailangan lang class, nasa isang text file siya. And I named it references.bib. So I'm going to share that to you para pare-pareho tayo. So chat. Okay. File. References. Asan na si references ko? Here. References.bib. Okay. Now I want you to download that and save it in your project. Ha? So dapat makikita natin yan sa mga files mo sa project mo. Okay. Dapat andito siya. Okay. So I'll give you, ang bilis ng oras. Gusto kong ma-print to para makita nyo. Paki-chat nga please kung na-save nyo na. Download nyo na sa our project nyo please. So that I may continue. Okay, good. Thank you. All right. So now, tingnan nyo class yung code natin. Ang code natin class ito. Bibliography, colon, the file that you prepared. Of course, you could name it another way, no? Pwedeng bob.whatever, no? Bob.text. Pwede yun. Ako ginagawa kong references.bib for kasi mas madaling matandaan ko, no? Ever since gito na ginamit ko. Okay? References.bib. But if there's another set of references, baka gawin yung references.1.bib1, it's really up to you. Basta alam mo kung ano ilalagay mo dito, no? And then here, class, take a look at this. Ito, citation style language. Dapat sa paper nyo, class, APA. Paano yun? Ano yung APA? Paano magagawa ni Aryo na APA style? There is no application set. Wag niyo siya muna buksan, class, no? Bubuksan niyo siya pag nasa R project kayo, kasi tingnan niyo. Okay. If your reference.bib is here in your R project, tingnan niyo, bubuksan ko to, class. Sorry, sarado ko lang to. Ito, class, bubuksan ko to Pag inopen ko to, dito magbubukas yan sa R ko. Yan, no? Yan laman yan. Text file kasi yan eh. Yan, text file sa R yan. Alright? So, did that answer your question, Alara? Saan mo siya ino-open? Siguro inopen mo lang outside, ano? You have to load it in your R project kasi doon lang mo lang siya ma-open, no? Okay, good. Thank you for that question. That's a very important question. Okay, so sige, balikan tayo dito sa output. Okay? So yung output natin, andyan na, no? O dito na tayo class sa APA. Paano natin may ensure na yung pag ginawa yung references, yung bibliography, APA format, kasi yun required sa atin. Okay, so let's go here. Kindly, paki-ano nga class, si Zotero, paki-Google. Asan na si Zotero ko? Wala ba? Here, class. Paki-Google class si Zotero, tapos i-choose nyo to. Zotero Style Repository. Okay? So, kay Zotero class, andyan dyan yung CSL. Citation Style Language. So, pag nakita nyo CSL, ibig sabihin yan, Citation Style Language. So, paano sinasite yung isang reference? Okay? Alright. So, if you were in my class of Fine Arts, parang inuulit ko na lang to, no? Kasi we discussed this sa Fine Arts class. So, required to sa Fine Arts, yung output nila dapat, hindi pa pwedeng basta-basta lang. Kailangan ganun yung style, no? Kailangan professional at saka maganda. Maybe one of these days, sa sessions natin, I'll show some of the outputs of my students last term. Makikita nyo, wow, very professional. Okay, so click nyo to class, Zotero. Okay. So you'll see here the different fields ng citation, anthropology, etc. Ang ginagamit natin, APA. So you can either type APA here or go to psychology here. Psychology. Yan. Psychology. Sa psychology, iba't ibang style. You go to American Psychological Association. Ito. So this is what we're using. We can use this one. 7th edition. Okay. 7th na may annotated bibliography. Piliin na lang natin to, 7th edition. So you click this, click, and then it will download it. Now, download it, i-save mo siya dun sa project mo. Okay? So make sure you download it in your project. Tapos okay na yan, APA. Do not put .csl kasi automatic na maglalagay na siyang CSL file. Pag naglagay ka ng .csl, magdo-double yung .csl, tas may .csl pa. Okay? So I'm not going to save that anymore. I hope you have saved it. Okay? Tapos, makikita nyo sa class dito sa project nyo. Here. Asan na yung project ko? Here, sa R. So it should be here now. No? APA.csl. Yan, class. Yan. APA.csl. Okay? Alright? And then, dito yan, class. Citation style language, APA.csl. Alright? And then lastly here, class, link citations, true. And then here, may papakita lang ako Ito, no cite at asterisk. Okay? Anong ibig sabihin nito? I'll show you, class. No? So, tas ito abstract slash, and then dito yung ilagay yung abstract. You write here the abstract. So I expect in your paper may abstract, no? Tapos, andyan na yung mga codes. Alright? Okay, so if I'm going to, wag nyo muna isi-save kasi hindi pa naman kompleto siya, class. So, ibibigay ko yung kompletong file sa inyo. I'm going to knit this now, knit. Tingnan nyo bago ko init, pakita ko, class Ito. I'm going to explain what this is. No cite. Ibig sabihin ito, kahit hindi ko sinite yung mga references, ipapakita pa rin siya sa bibliography. Okay. Here, knit, HTML. Okay, magre-render na siya dito. Yan, rendering, knitting. So from RMD, pupunta siya sa sa Pandoc. Pandoc is a package, tapos i-render siya. Okay, yan. Siteproc, okay na. Mag-create na siya ng HTML file. Okay. Alright. Take a look, class, at the HTML file. Yan, class. Kaya naging ganyan kasi yan linagay ko sa CSS. No? Yan. Tingnan nyo to, class. This is yan. Tingnan nyo, class, di ba? Wherever I go here, pupunta siya. Ayan. Pupunta siya. And it looks very neat, class. No? Very neat. Ito yung ina-expect ko na output nyo, class. No? Something we could submit to the department for their perusal. Makikita nila, napakaganda. And you can use this, class, sa mga subjects nyo. You can make use of this na hindi mo magagawa sa Word. Okay? So, tinan nyo tong code na to. Either I can show all code. Ipapakita niya lahat ng codes. Yan, kasama yung mga codes. Or, pwede ko tong i-hide. Kasi ito, hindi ko naman kailangan to, no? Ito, ginamit lang to to do something, but I can hide this. That's the advantage of an HTML file. Okay, tinan nyo to. May plot tayo, no? Time series plot. Now, your assignment, class, is to, time na, no? I'm sorry. You can leave now, class. Tatapusin ko lang ng konti to para ang ipopost ko sa Canvas natin itong recording na to. Okay? Pakibasa, class, kasi ito na yung lesson natin. Time series. And what's good is that we have this file already. So you can print this as a PDF. Tingnan nyo, class, references. Andito lahat yun. Yun nasa references.bib. Okay? Pero, class, kung tanggalin ko siya, ito, take note. I-comment out ko to. Okay? Ibig sabihin comment to. Ang lalabas lang na abstract na class reference is yung ginawan ko ng ng tamang ito class. As in yung may at. Ito class at. Dapat pag ganito class hindi mag-work, no? Dapat ganito. Yung at tapos yung index niya. So if I need this again, pakita ko lang class, need to HTML. Quickly mag-knit naman yan tapos mababago na yung ngayon yung result. And you see the reference ngayon, hindi na lahat. Kasi ang linagyan ko lang ng ng reference yung sitsay. Yan, tingnan nyo class, yun lang. Yun yung lumabas. So if you want all the references to be yung ginawa ko kanina, it doesn't make sense, no? It doesn't make sense to put references there in your references.bib na hindi mo naman pala gagamitin. So what for? So dapat yung references mo lang na ilalagay doon, yung ginamit mo sa paper mo. Okay, so kung sitsay lang yon, dapat sitsay lang yung nasa references.bib. Okay? All right, and then lastly, I'll just show you class dito sa PDF file. Tingnan nyo ha. So, sinabi ko na pala to kanina. Yan, yung gamit ng hashtag. Okay, and then ito class, di ba? Ito, anong ibig sabihin nito? Bold, no? And may iba pa dyan, ito. Ito nga pala class. So next time na lang. Sige, pakita ko na. How did this appear? Ito, additive model for example. Tingnan nyo. Okay, tingnan nyo yung formula, di ba? Ang neat tingnan. Okay, paano mo gagawin sa Word yan? Mahirap gawin sa Word yan, class. Kasi additive dito. Differencing na to. Additive is, where is that? Where is that? No, anyway, tingnan nyo na lang. I'm going to send this file to you. Okay, so let me stop recording.